Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, in the house Ocho Cinco and Hushmanzada built. Reser Stadium, home to the Oregon State Beavers. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Pulls his way forward. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Beavers are marching down the field. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
First down here for the offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll give it to the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his big tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. Got room at the 35. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And wings it incomplete. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I think a lot of people in the stadium are questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game? But the gamble paid off.
The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Give to the back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The Beavers are in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, wants to throw. fires into traffic. It's picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Got the back over the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On second down, wants to throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He fires to the left side. And that pass intercepted. No, what a move. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got nothing last time, now second and goal from the 3. Fast motion from the offense. On second down, he'll let it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. They'll snap this one from the 30 on first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Beavers moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw it again. He makes the connection. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. And the offense about to dial up its 10th play of this drive. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Quick strike complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They'll run it on first and goal. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the
pass rush. Gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go deep shot for the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Offense in a split backfield. Off the play fake on first down. Quickly complete. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on first down from the 30. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Sweet cut there. Just finds that little crevice and he's still up. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Hand off from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker, anything is possible. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Michigan State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll line up for a second down play.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to run it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Gets it out quickly. Obliterates him, still on the move. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got him downfield. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to run for it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Beavers!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
At the 45 on his way. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter.
Damn it, they fucking with you now.
It's all good, my boy. Yeah, we just need a turnover.
In Corvallis.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half.
He was wide open and he underthrew.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Discards a man.
Right, this nigga break 3 tackles.
We get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Going up top on first down. Swings it out to his running back. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. This offense has a second down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they're
killing me, dog. Like, let me get my man.
Not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Plows through the defense. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on to David. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right now.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. And the Beavers headed quickly to the line. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass on second down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon State.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive here.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Using the quick game. Makes the grab and he's dragged down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Got it set up on the outside. Oh, it's out. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They're trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Snagged in the middle, it's Perkins. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
I need him to get rolling.
Not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Still on his feet. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Leaves it with the back. The Beavers get enough for the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, what a move! And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
So right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now,
and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate the 2 points.
And they... Extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. They took it 71 yards down the field, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11.
Damn it, they fucking with you now.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Second down coming up. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. These 2 teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Quickly complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game.
Damn it, they fucking with you now.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The back goes in motion. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. Pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And he makes the catch inside the 25.
Should have been a pick 7.
And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Unloads quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's...
Man, they full of shit,
and the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. And they'll get a solid return. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look.
Full of
so he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. And it's picked up. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
At the 20.
Get out of there.
Oregon State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And how about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
I need to go get walk for this little man.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but Happy Valley is a tense place right now. This is a tight game. They're up by a field goal over Michigan State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's got it on the right. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. It didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, Dan.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here, and build on that lead.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. Another critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Perkins. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look.
Nice.
Heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice
Get
in
me
their
out of here.
veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused
Go.
to the task
Get these
at
niggas
hand
an
in order to get the W.
Get me out of
That's
here.
going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Good. Get that all sides.